Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Street to Victory is here again, and today I want to talk about life. Or you know what? Not life, especially. Let's talk about suffering. So, why suffering? First of all, because there are people on the world who say life is all about suffering. So, let's think about this for a second. After I read some books from different people, Tony Robbins, etc., etc., I don't want to talk about that now, but it depends. When people say life is suffering, it depends on how you see life. So, if somebody says life is about suffering, that doesn't really mean that every day you have will be a suffering. Like, if you stand up, everything's gonna be bad. That's not what they mean. So please don't get this wrong, because I was talking to a friend, and he totally understood that wrong. He thought that after I told him this, life is suffering, he thought that life is just bad times. So I said, no, this is not true. You gotta see the positive things. But I already talked about that in my last videos. Let's not go over this again. But what they probably mean that there will be moments in life where things won't be good. I mean, tell me somebody, come on, tell me somebody who never had bad times in his life. That won't happen. If it is in school, if it is in family, if it is with friends, girlfriend, doesn't matter. Everybody had bad times. So this is what they mean with suffering. Bad times, they will come. You can't kind of pull a shield in front of you and say no negativity, because this is wrong. In my opinion, this is wrong too, because there is a, let's say, life rule that I really live by, and it is, how should I explain that? It is accepting reality, like living the reality. Like, what I mean with that is, don't just see positive things, and when something negative comes up, you just go, nope, not today, no, not negative things, I'm just positive. One question for you: how will you learn when there are no negative things in life? For example, let's say you're in school, high school, you got a math test or exam, or how you want to call it, and let's say you hate math. Here we go. So you got to learn. That's it. You have to learn math even if you don't like it. Understand? So, but the thing is, you learn from it, and you probably will have a better time at the test, because you learn, you know everything, and then you write a good, how do you say, mark. That's it. Maybe you get a 2, and then you're like, shit, actually, all this learning was worth it. All the suffering was worth it. So please do me a favor and don't kind of try to pull a shield against negative things, because they will come. And again, I have to repeat the sentence from 50 Cent, which I really thought is awesome. He said, you gotta turn shit to sugar. So what he wants to say with this is basically, see the positive things in negative things. So for example, if I fail in a test, that doesn't mean that I just give up and say, look, it doesn't make any sense that I do this, let's just do something else. Like, keep going. I mean, how often did you hear the words keep going? Everybody says that nowadays. Every motivational speaker, keep going. I mean, but that's true, it's just true, but people just kind of see this as two words, which have no value for them sometimes. Like, you really have to do this. And actually, I could write a book about keep going, and then people start to understand it and really take it seriously. But if I just say keep going, people will be motivated for maybe a week, and then they kind of, the words lose value. But like I said, suffering is good, and this is what keeps learning every day. Like my grandpa said, if you really think that you have finished learning after your school, you are hell of wrong. And he was right, because now I'm reading books. I never thought in my life that I would read books, for sure. But he was right. You learn every time, and the most, you learn from the worst events in your life, because you have a lot of, let's call it, consequences, or however you want to call it, but you learn the most out of this. So don't say that suffering is wrong or negative things are wrong. They will come. How should I explain this more? I mean, you definitely know what I want to, where I want to go with this. Like, positivity is awesome, and you should definitely get a lot of positivity, and if it's possible, more positivity than negativity. But the thing is, what I want to say, don't strive for negativity, but if bad things come, don't refuse them, don't push them away, learn from it. You got to be like, man, this is reality, something where I can learn from again. Hell yeah, you woke the lion in me with this. So that's what I want to say. Like, imagine you being in the desert. This is one of my metaphors that I created. Like, imagine you alone being in the desert, and you have to find the way to a city, paradise, call it whatever you want. And you will have a hard time, but at the end, there's the paradise. Get it? I mean, I don't want to be religious or anything now with the paradise stuff. That's another topic. But you get what I want. Suffering is good. That's it. You gotta learn from it. That's totally it. That's about suffering. These are the quickest tips I can give you in under 10 minutes. I mean, I would actually speak 30 minutes, 45 minutes with this, but Instagram just wants 10 minutes, so I will keep this kind of under 10 minutes. That's why I'm talking just 7, 10 minutes. So, people, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And remember, suffering is good. This is reality. You gotta learn to love reality. That's about it. Okay, guys. I see you at the next Instagram podcast. Have a nice one.